Hello guys, T Reaper here, and today I am going to do the college football predictions. As I did the NFL yesterday, so I'm going to briefly go over all 65 Power 5 teams, I believe it is. I actually got to write in Notre Dame real quick. I know how they did, but I had to write them in. Now, some of these predictions may shock you, some of them may seem a little biased, but I promise you they're not. For example, MSU went 11-1, 12-1 with the Big Ten championship, and finished something like 13-2. But they had a really tough schedule and won a lot of games because I used a random number generator to generate Ohio State, Michigan, and Penn State. And off their records, I made Michigan State beat all three of them because there's no way Michigan's going to beat Ohio State, and the rest of them had 2 losses. So without further ado, oh, by the way, I'm going to leave the link to my NFL video in the description down below if you haven't seen it yet. We're trying to get that video to 5 likes. And how about we get this one to 5 likes too? So we're going to start off with the SEC. Florida is going to go 7-5. Georgia is going to go 12-1. They won the SEC championship. South Carolina goes 6-6. Tennessee goes 4-8. Vanderbilt goes 1-7. That's a conference record. 4-8. Kentucky goes 9-3. Missouri goes 7-5. Alabama goes 11-2. They lose the SEC championship. Auburn goes 9-3. Mississippi goes 6-6. Miss State goes 8-4, LSU 10-2, Arkansas 4-8, Texas A&M 7-5. Now, I didn't look at these teams' schedules very well. I just, based on how good or bad they were, I gave them a conference record. Then I looked at their non-conference schedule. It took me about an hour or so to do everyone's. Then we've got in the ACC, Miami going 9-4. They lost the ACC championship to, you can probably guess who they are. Then FSU went 5-7. Then Georgia Tech, who goes 6-6. Clemson goes 13-0. They're the team that beat Miami. Then we got Duke at 7-5. UNC and Wake both went 6-6. And NC State went 9-3. Then we have Virginia that went 6-6. Virginia Tech went 7-5. BC and Pitt both went 5-7. Syracuse goes 11-1, which is gonna be. I gotta fix something in my bowl predictions because I forgot to put Syracuse in the New Year 6. And then we got Louisville at 2-10. Now onto the Big Ten. These are loaded. Rutgers went 1-11. Maryland went 4-8. But Tyson, they went all. It's loaded. Just wait. Penn State goes 10-2. Ohio State goes 11-1. Michigan goes 9-3, and Michigan State goes 12-1. There are your loaded teams. Now Michigan State. I know I'm a Michigan State fan, and I know that I'm biased towards them sometimes, but they return their defense. Their defense was number 1 in the country last year. I don't see that changing. And their offense, if their offense is half as good as their defense, they're going to be really good. Then we got Indiana at 6-6, Purdue at 7-5, Northwestern at 8-4, Illinois at 4-8, Wisconsin at 8-4, Minnesota at 5-7. Iowa 8-4, Nebraska at 9-4, losing to Michigan State in the Big Ten title game. And we got Iowa State at 5-7, Kansas at 6-6, Kansas State at 5-7, Oklahoma at 11-2 with both losses to Texas, one in the Big 12 championship. OK State and West Virginia both go 6-6. Texas goes 12-1 with their only loss on the year to LSU. Texas Tech goes 8-4. TCU goes 8-4, and Baylor goes 7-5. Then we got Washington goes 10-2. Washington State goes 5-7. Oregon goes 11-2. By the way, they do win the Pac-12. Oregon State goes 1-11. Stanford goes 7-5. Cal goes 5-7. USC goes 8-4. UCLA 5-7. Colorado 7-5. Arizona 5-7, and Arizona State 7-5. A lot of 5s and 7s in the Pac-12. Let's think of a award that fits this conference. I don't know, mediocrity. Then I have Notre Dame at 11-1. They're the only Power 5 independent I can think of. Now, your college football playoff, you got 1 Clemson, 2 UGA or Georgia, 3 Michigan State, and 4 Texas. I promise you I used a coin for this. It was on my phone. Heads was the team that was on top. Tails is the team that was on bottom. So I have Texas beating Clemson and Michigan State beating Georgia, and Texas takes the national championship. Now in the Rose Bowl, since Michigan State made the college football playoff, we have Ohio State representing the Big Ten. Then we've got Oregon playing Ohio State and winning. And the Sugar Bowl, since Georgia made the playoff, we got Alabama. And since Texas made the playoff, we got Oklahoma. Alabama wins. Now, since Clemson made the playoff, the Orange Bowl representative is Syracuse, and they will play the Group of 5 representative, UCF. Cotton Bowl, we've got Washington beating Notre Dame. Outback, we've got LSU losing to Penn State. And in the Citrus, we've got Nebraska and Kentucky. We've got Nebraska taking that game. So those are my New Year's 6 and Outback and Citrus predictions and the rest of college football. We'll look at this in 4 months, 5 months, or maybe it's 5 months, and we'll see how I did and with the NFL. Now I'm letting you guys pick the NFL winners. I'm going to close the poll on Instagram at 8. That's Tice_N_Slice03, number 0, number 3 on my Instagram, and I will see you all later. Bye.